As an Iranian who lived most of my life, 23 years old of my life, in Iran, I felt I need to talk a little bit with the people who recently came out and shouting out and yelling and saying Iranians are Islamophobic, Iranians are Islamophobic, and etc. First of all, before you pointing at an entire nation, ask yourself a more honest question. Why have Iranians become Islamophobic? Have you ever stopped yourself and asked that? Probably not, because the answer does not come from nowhere. I am an Iranian. I hold an Iranian passport. I lived inside Iran for most of my life, under a government and regime that ruled in the name of Islam, Allah, and Quran. My experiences during protest and political repression become psychological traumas that I still carry them today. So it means when I speak about Iran, I speak from experiences, not from the comfort of distance. So listen to that one. For 47 years, millions of Iranians have lived under a system where religion was not a personal belief, but a tool of state power. People were arrested, imprisoned, tortured, and sometimes executed for the things that in the most parts of the world are considered personal freedom: drinking alcohol, refusing mandatory hijab, criticizing government, or protesting against poverty. Women have been beaten in the streets for how they dress. Young people have been detained for speaking out. Families have lost sons and daughters during protests in the name of Allah, Islam, and Quran, the religion of Muhammad. Many people outside Iran only see Islam in a free environment where you can choose your faith, where your neighbor can believe in something different, and where disagreement does not lead to punishment. But millions of Iranians experience something very, very different. For decades, religion was enforced through fear, law, prison, and violence. Many people grew up associating religion not with spirituality, but with control and punishment. So when you're asked why Iranians are angry, you're ignoring the reality they live through. Iranians are not calling for violence against ordinary people or against families who are religious. Many Iranians themselves still have Muslim family members who pray and practice their faith peacefully. The anger you hear is the anger of the people who lived through decades of repression carried out in the name of religion, Allah, Islam, Muhammad, Quran, and all of these things. If you truly believe Islam represents justice, compassion, and humanity, then your question should not be directed at the Iranian people. Your question should be directed at the system that ruled Iran for nearly half a century and presents its action to the world in the name of Islam and Allah and Quran. So before accusing an entire nation of Islamophobia, take the time to understand the history, traumas, and the experiences that shaped those reactions, because it's very easy to judge from a distance. Understanding what people actually live through is much harder. You just talk behind the phone.